Hello and welcome. In the recent past, we have seen all sorts of different kinds of stimulus proposals, including the $2,000 a month proposal, the cancellation of rent and mortgage, Patriot Pay, $1,000 a month, $1,000 every other week, Kevin's stimulus plan. Only real fans know about Kevin's stimulus plan. Stimulus debit cards, on, you name it, there's a stimulus proposal for it. Of all these proposals, some good, some great, some outright awful, I think the $1,200 one-time payment will come out ahead. And in this video, I'm going to break down as to why this will be the likely winner for the next round of direct stimulus payments and the facts behind it. So before I get into it, I'd like to remind everyone that I still plan to donate $1,200 to a charity or place of this channel's choosing if we hit 100,000 subscribers by June 6th. I believe it's totally possible. We've got that many subscribers before in that period of time. So if you don't hate charity and you think I'm an all right guy, click subscribe, tell a friend, share this video on MySpace, do whatever you got to do to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. All right, let's get right into it. First, I'm going to explain why it likely won't be a monthly payment or a multiple payment stimulus plan. This is because of simple negotiation, really. A couple weeks back, the Democratic majority House voted in the HEROES Act bill. This bill has been widely criticized for how extravagant and how large it was. As a part of this huge stimulus bill, the House decided not to go with a $2,000 a month stimulus plan, not to go with a $1,000 a month plan, but to go with a one-time $1,200 stimulus payment. Due to this decision, I believe that we likely won't see a multiple payment plan because the Senate will use the HEROES Act bill as a guideline for negotiation as to what their proposed bill will contain. And we can be nearly certain that the Senate's bill won't contain a larger stimulus payment than the bill they already claimed and criticized for being so extravagant. If anything, we could expect the stimulus to actually go down in the dependent department. Under the HEROES Act, eligible people could receive up to $1,200 for up to 3 dependents, which is the biggest difference between the HEROES Act direct stimulus and the direct stimulus of the first round that we actually received. So it wouldn't be very unexpected if this was actually negotiated down to make it identical to the first round as far as dependents go as well. On top of this, President Trump hinted at another one-time payment just the other day. He said, "I think there'll be a second payment to help Americans move on. We will give them money towards the end of the outbreak. Right now, we're focusing on reopening the country." Now, this is just a quote and things could change, but this all leads me to believe that there won't be a multiple payment deal. And just as a sidebar here, I'm not making this video to crush anyone's hope of the $2,000 a month stimulus. I was just going through all this information today and I just started connecting these dots, and I just feel obligated to present my most current findings. I truly do believe that the odds of us seeing another direct stimulus plan are becoming more and more likely, but I believe it'll be a one-time thing and very, very likely just to be $1,200. This brings me to the next reason in which we will call, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I believe the next stimulus will be $1,200 again because people like to keep things the same. Legislators will no doubt look at the options that they have and go, well, you know, people seem to like the first $1,200 payment. There wasn't really any big issues with it, so why not just keep it simple and do that again? So really, if they don't decide either that the original system or payment was broken or needs to be changed, they're very unlikely to change that $1,200 amount just based on like gut feeling. On top of this, the original idea for the first direct stimulus package was actually 2 payments of $1,200. Then it was later reduced just to 1 payment as kind of like a let's wait and see what happens kind of deal. So doing another one-time $1,200 payment will complete the idea that was originally brought to the table. Just another small reason that we could lean towards that $1,200 payment. We could also cite the fact that the $1,200 check system is already set up. The IRS and the Treasury have been dealing with $1,200 payment, $1,200 payment, $1,200 payment for the last few months. Logistically, it would be the easiest for them and the systems that they've built to just send out another $1,200 payment, especially if the calculations on who is eligible is the exact same as the calculations the first time, with payments scaling down after individuals who make $75,000 a year and couples who make over $150,000 a year. So keeping payment size and parameters identical will reduce administrative and technology costs and increase the speed of payment delivery, all things that legislators no doubt will have some kind of emphasis towards. We can also use this same logic as to why we likely won't see a different idea altogether in place of a direct stimulus, something like cancellation of rent and mortgage, because entirely new systems would need to be built. This brings me to the next reason we're going to call won't be lower because anger. Now this one's pretty self-explanatory. Legislators are concerned about their votes, and they know with all the pressure to get out another stimulus payment to the people that a payment lower than $1,200 might as well be the same as not sending out another payment at all when it comes to the public's opinion. The bar, the anchor, is already set at $1,200. So if you lower it, people are going to be angry. We already saw this with the $10,000 grant for businesses that quickly turned into $1,000 per employee, and everyone was mad about that. Everyone's still mad about that. So this brings me to the next reason that we're going to call won't be higher because math. Okay, so we already established it probably won't be multiple payments. It probably won't be lower than $1,200 one time. But what about a one-time payment but higher than $1,200? I believe the public brownie points received from implementing, like, let's say, a one-time $1,500 check don't outweigh the costs. A $1,500 check to every American would cost 25% more than the $1,200 checks, meaning 25% more to the national debt. And I don't believe it's a big enough increase that some politician will get a ton more votes because they help the people get an extra $300. Don't get me wrong, that extra $300 would be very nice to receive. But looking at it from the legislator's point of view, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference to them. So this brings me to my final point we're going to call likely won't be zero because votes. I've already mentioned this, so I'm going to make it brief, but voters from both sides want stimulus payments. Legislators know this and feel the pressure. This pressure will push the needle even more towards there just being a stimulus payment at all. It just is very unlikely that there's going to be no payment with all the pressure being put on legislators right now. So this was all my evidence and the reasoning as to why the next stimulus payment likely will be another one-time $1,200 payment. Unfortunately, not the $2,000 monthly payment. As of right now, things can change. Things are constantly changing with this. So next week, 2 weeks from now, we might be seeing the odds more towards $2,000 a month. Who knows? That would be exciting. Another thing that I wouldn't be surprised to see is a combination of proposals. Maybe we see like a combination of $1,200 one time and a get back to work incentive, or $1,200 one time and like an employee income tax credit. Some kind of combination of multiple ideas seems like it might be the best way to go about economic recovery at this point, kind of taking the best of all worlds. Well, now that I've finished my video and we're both just kind of sitting here looking at each other, why don't I just do a short plug? If you've thought about investing in stocks and just haven't taken the jump yet, I seriously recommend checking out Webull. With Webull, you can get a clean trading interface, no commissions on trades, and if you sign up today and deposit $100 into your account, you'll get 2 free stocks valued between $12 and $1,400. And you'll help me afford to keep these lights on. And you really don't have anything to lose. If you hate it, you can always take your $100 back and close the account. Just saying, the link's in the description. Anyways, until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.